Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to FoodHouse. So I'm Nate. If you don't know me, what's going on? What's happening? Welcome to my channel. Check. For those of you that do know me, know that I'm pretty busy, so I haven't been able to upload a ton of videos, especially the ones that you guys have been wanting me to upload. So I wanted to do more recipes. I wanted to share some more fun cooking tips and techniques with you guys, so you can learn some fun stuff and learn how I like to cook. So I had a fun idea. I've got kids, I've got a family, I've got a job and all that fun stuff, so kind of busy, but I didn't want to leave you hanging, so I got... It's pretty much like the most dad thing that I've done. It's what extreme sports guys do. It's pretty much what they do, and they drink Mountain Dew. So last night, I made steamed mussels in a white wine garlic broth, and it was fantastic. It was so delicious. It's actually one of Chelsea's favorite things that I make. If you don't know Chelsea, that's my wife. She's pretty cute. Anyway, so I got one of those so I can cook at home. I can wear the camera, show you guys how I do things at home for my family. No tricks, no camera tricks or anything like that. I'm going to cut the video up a little bit just so it's not so long, but this is the way I cook at home. Oh, hang on, my phone's ringing. See who that is? Hey, babe. Oh, he peed? Oh. Tell me that
He's really upset. You need to come see him. And he peed all in his shoes.
Oh, in his new shoes?
Huh?
He peed in his new shoes?
No, these are his old ones I put on him because I was afraid that was going to happen. But he peed right by the door.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Understand, we were just getting ready to go outside and he got excited.
Oh, sweet boy. All right, well, I'll be inside to help potty train in a second. I love you.
He's crying. He's devastated.
Oh, sweet boy. All right, hey, I'll come in right now.
All
All right, love you, bye.
What?
I'll be right back. Okay, emergency averted. He's good. He's just learning. Anyway, this is like the longest intro to a video ever. So I strapped the GoPro on my head. I cook just like I'm cooking for myself at home so you guys can follow along. I'm going to narrate and add some text and stuff so you guys can see what I'm doing. But without further ado, here you go. Steamed mussels in a white wine garlic broth with some Parmesan toast and a little crispy scallops and shrimp. Hope you love it. So we're going to start with a large saute pan, add some olive oil over medium-high heat. I'm also going to add a little bit of butter. I like to use unsalted butter just so I can control how salty my dish is. Now I've got some leeks. You want to cut these in half and just make sure there's no dirt. Then we're going to slice them nice and thin and add them right to the olive oil and the butter. We're going to add just a bit of salt and pepper and give that a nice stir. And we don't want this to caramelize or get brown or anything like that. We just want to kind of sweat it a little bit, bring out some of those natural sugars. So don't go too high of a heat on this one. This is one of the most important parts of this recipe. You want to grab a nice bottle of white, and I'm using Sauvignon blanc, and pour yourself a glass of deliciousness so you can enjoy the cooking process. I learned that from Julie Chow. Alright, now we're going to add our mussels. We're going to add our mussels right to our sauteed leeks. We're going to add some of our white wine to it. I'm using Sauvignon blanc. You can use Pinot Grigio, but don't use a red wine or anything like that, and use whatever white wine you like. I'm also going to add the juice of one lemon and a touch more salt and pepper. Now we're going to put a lid on this bad boy and let that cook for, 5 to 7 minutes. You really don't want to go longer than that. Mussels will get kind of chewy and rubbery. If you've ever been to a restaurant, you're like, oh, mussels are grody. They're like rubber bands. It's because they cooked them too long. So you don't want to cook them too long. Oh, hey, there's my wife. She's so pretty. Oh, yeah, I was trying to use a chef's knife to cut bread. That's what bread knives are for. Use a bread knife, people. Alright, we're going to grab a second saute pan over medium-high heat, add a bit of olive oil, and we're going to add some shrimp, some little shrimps, a little bit of salt and pepper, and make sure you space them out evenly so they get a little crust on the outside. They don't steam each other. Oh, hey, buddy. What's happening? Give me a kiss. This is break time. This is where I get a break to go kiss my babies. That's Titus and Gideon. They're awesome. Alright, grab a sheet tray, and we're going to put our sliced baguette on the sheet tray, drizzle it with some olive oil. I'll give those babies a toss. Flaming it up. Nice. Oh wait, we're moving on. Sorry, going to scallops. So separate the scallops out, add some salt and pepper, give them a little toss, coat them on all sides. We're going to move the shrimp out of the way and crank the heat up a little bit to get a nice sear on those scallops. Oh, so steamy. Love that. We're going to grate some Parmesan, grate some cheese, go right over the top of the drizzle of olive oil I'm adding some Italian seasoning. You can use dried for this. I'm totally cool with that. The cheese is going to melt and kind of make a little crispy, crusty action on the top. Add a bit of pepper also. Don't add any salt because the Parmesan's already salty enough, unless you're into salt. We're going to go under the broiler for like 2 or 3 minutes just to get nice and toasty. Give those scallops a flip so you have that nice little sear caramelized side. And we're going to add the juice of half of a lemon. Give it a nice little toss and let those go just for a bit longer. Oh, I'm also going to add a pat of butter. A little pat of butter. I learned that one from Paula Deen. Oh, we're going to add some butter to the mussels as well. And take a sip of wine. I love you, Julia. I miss you. Julia Child was awesome. Give those a stir. Oh, I got some green beans. Just cut the stems and stuff off. Sauteed them really quick in the leftover juices from the shrimp and the scallops. So you don't have to do a ton of dishes later. All right, now evenly. I got 2 pounds of mussels. 1 pound for my lovely bride and 1 pound for me, which is pretty much a solid serving. It's a good serving. If you're buying for, your family, like a pound, maybe a little less than a pound per person. Oh, look at those babies. Those look delicious. Now all those leftover juices, now that's where like a ton of flavor is. So we're going to pour that back over our mussels for service. And add those little bits of leeks. If you don't want to, you don't have to, but I like that little veggie action. I'm going to add some of my green beans right to a bowl. Now I've never seen anybody plate it like this, but I feel like it's like your own little communal thing. It's really delicious. So if you want to serve it this way, that's how I like to do it. And then the bread you can dip on afterwards. And then in the end, who loves a good garnish of shrimp and scallops? And a sip of wine. I got a sip of Dr. Pepper. There you go. That's how easy it is. Super simple and really, really delicious. It's kind of a foolproof. People say that wrong all the time. It's not foolproof. It's foolproof. A foolproof recipe. So time to eat. So I will see you guys later. See you in the next video.
So good. So what did you get for dinner tonight? Now that you're already digging into it.
I got some crispy green beans, scallops.
What?
My favorite.
Scrimps? You got some scrimps? They look crispy. How did you get that crust on there? How did you make that?
Very high heat.
What? I made it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Titus, what did you have for dinner?
Pizza. And these beautiful mussels. You always cut me off when I'm trying to tell you the rest of my dinner.
So I made some steamed mussels with caramelized leeks and shrimp and scallops and a little Parmesan herb bread and green beans. And,
and
Chelsea's
all
enjoying it.
Juicy juices down at the bottom.
Juicy juices.
And you just dip that bread in there and...
Dang. A little sip of that too.
Hey, I hope you guys loved that. If you like this format, you like this style, leave me a comment. Be sure to like and comment on the video. And if you've watched the video this far and you haven't clicked that like button, then what are you doing? You're just wasting everybody's time. Just click it. Just click the little click on the little like button. Click on the like button. And if you love it, go ahead and subscribe if you're not subscribed already. If you have some foodie friends that love this, go ahead and share it. And so spread some love. Hook a brother up. Anyway, I'm Nate. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I will see you guys on the next episode of FoodHouse.
Hey, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.